Cuba is a failing nation, and you have to feel badly for Cuba. Something that's just not going to be able to survive. I think Cuba will not be able to survive.
President Donald Trump just declared a national security emergency, not over China, not over Russia, but over Cuba. And this time, the weapon isn't sanctions alone. It's tariffs aimed at any country that dares to sell oil to Havana. On Thursday, Trump signed a sweeping executive order that could dramatically escalate pressure on Cuba and on the countries that still do business with it. The message was blunt. If you provide oil to Cuba, your exports to the United States could soon face new tariffs. The order declares that Cuba's government poses an unusual and extraordinary threat to U.S. national security and foreign policy. It doesn't automatically impose new tariffs. Instead, it creates a framework. If a country is found to be directly or indirectly supplying oil to Cuba, multiple U.S. agencies, including Commerce, Treasury, State, Homeland Security, and the U.S. Trade Representative, will evaluate whether retaliatory tariffs should be imposed. The final decision? That still rests with President Trump. Why oil is the pressure point? This matters because oil is Cuba's lifeline. The island's economy is already struggling with blackouts, fuel shortages, and infrastructure collapse. For years, Venezuela kept Cuba afloat with subsidized oil, but that pipeline has dried up. Trump has been blunt about it, saying Cuba has no income left and is ready to fall. Cutting off oil doesn't just hurt the government, it brings the entire system closer to crisis. The administration argues this isn't about punishing civilians. Trump says Cuba is a failing nation whose government has treated its people badly, especially Cuban Americans who fled the island decades ago. He insists this is about forcing political change, not choking the population. At a red carpet event for a documentary about Melania Trump, he said he feels badly for Cuba, but believes the regime can't survive much longer.
Are you trying to choke off Cuba?
I don't know. The word choke off is awfully tough. Cuba is a failing nation, and you have to feel badly for Cuba. We've treated people very badly. We have a lot of Cuban Americans who really were treated very badly, and they'd probably like to go back. And no, I'm not trying to, but it looks like it's something that's just not going to be able to survive. I think Cuba will not be able to survive.
In the executive order, the White House accuses Cuba of aligning with America's adversaries, including Russia, China, Iran, Hamas, and Hezbollah. That framing turns Cuba from a regional issue into a global one and raises the stakes for countries deciding whether to keep trading with Havana. The timing is important. Just days earlier, Mexico's president confirmed her country is still sending oil to Cuba. Trump and Mexico's leader spoke by phone shortly after, a call Trump described as very productive, focused on borders, trade, and security. Whether oil shipments were discussed directly isn't clear, but Mexico is now squarely in the spotlight. All of this is happening as the Supreme Court may soon rule on whether Trump can legally use emergency powers to impose tariffs at all. That decision could either reinforce this strategy or put major limits on it. This move is about more than Cuba. It's about leverage, alliances, and how far the U.S. is willing to go to force political change without firing a shot. Whether it brings negotiations or deeper hardship depends on how Cuba's partners respond. And that's the next chapter to watch.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.